Hi guys! So, I don't know how long today's clip's going to be. I am absolutely exhausted. The kids have drove me batty today. I've lost my patience more than once. And, yeah. So anyway, here's what I'm going to work on. So if you have any old pot holders, they make really good stitch marker holders. Or at least works in progress, I guess. So, I don't have any crochet to show you. I have my flowers upstairs, but I'm hiding from the kids. I need a break, so that's what I'll be doing. So anyway, I'm going to just put these together, and I might fast forward this later, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and the noise level up above is, I'm sure, going to be pretty loud, so these are pretty much all together, so you can see that. There's a snowman. So I'm just going to put some numbers in there, because I guess numbers are what people want, even though I think I would prefer a letter, but it all depends on what you grew up with. So I know more and more designers are going by the numbers, because the hook manufacturers don't all put the same millimeter on there. They just don't. So I haven't exactly decided what colors I'm going to put together, but all I know is I'm going to run out of 5s. I wish they would sell just 5s. But I'll have to think of something. I think what I'll do, because I'm chatting with you here, I think what I'm going to do is, like my 1s and my 0s, I'm going to donate them to my kids' classrooms, because they do a big 100 days of school thing, and so I think I might just donate all my 1s and 0s to the school, for their 100 days of school, because I know they do a lot of craft work regarding that. So I'm thinking, I don't know how many people use a 3.5, but I know there's some of you out there that do smaller amigurumi work, so I'll have it available. I'm not really sure. I'm thinking I'll do sets, and then I'll always have the option that you can change the numbers. You could just contact me and we can change them. That's my plan right now anyway. So, and I would show you my desk, but oh my god, is it a mess. So we just won't. But, so new things in my life, and it's been really crazy busy the last couple days. On Tuesday night, or Donnie and I had been discussing that the boys get into Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts or whatever. I guess the Cub Scouts allow girls now. So, but anyway, we discussed it, and I thought he was going to take them, and I ended up taking them, which honestly, my anxiety level went up, because the information we got from the school said that they would start at 6 o'clock, and it was okay because it was right across the church. There's a church literally across the street from us. It's a Lutheran church, and so it wasn't that far. We could walk, and it started at 6, so it wasn't going to be too late. Well, the number on the brochure was wrong. I don't even know where the number goes, but another mom and I called it several times that day, and we never got an answer. But then it didn't start until 6:30, so we were freaking out. It's 6 o'clock. We're thinking somebody should be there. The church is locked. There's nobody there. So we're all stressed out. This mom and I, we've got little kids. I mean, they're kindergartners and first graders, and they really want to join, really want to get started. And here, the information we got sent was completely, totally wrong. So that was very frustrating. Yeah. But we finally got in there, and then there was so many people that it was hard to even, and it wasn't the first meeting. Apparently, we had missed meetings, like only one meeting prior, I guess, but we had no clue. We were brand new, and it was very disorganized, and it totally put my anxiety up. And I guess I didn't realize I had that much problems with people and anxiety until I stayed home every day, all day with the kids. And now I'm realizing that I really do have a problem with situations I'm not familiar with. So yeah, it was a little challenging for me. But I was thankful because Jacob had a friend there, and they knew each other from school, so in the kindergarten. And in the Cub Scouts, they group them per age level or grade level. So kindergarten was one group, first grade was another. So, and I had both boys with me, and I knew we were going to split up into different groups. So then I was getting nervous because there was only one of me and two of them. But thankfully, the other mom that was there, Jacob's friend's mom, took Jacob and him and went separate that way, and then I went with Michael. So that was an experience in itself, but it was just, I don't know, it just wasn't led very well, I guess. I mean, I could ask questions and they were answered, so it wasn't like they weren't answered. I didn't feel like I was very informed, maybe. So anyway, we're going to put them in Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts, which means we have to come up with money for, the minimum is shirts, which are $30 a piece. And you get them bigger so they last a couple years. I think they have the same shirt up until they're in 3rd grade. So obviously I want to get them so they're, going to last a couple years anyway. So yeah, so an extra $60 there. And then that's not including how much the badges cost, or if we get they have kerchiefs, I guess, what you call them, handkerchiefs. That doesn't include how much those cost. So I'm kind of stressing about money. I know they need to be in something, and they're not in anything. They're not in any sports or anything else. We don't go to church, so they're not in anything like that, and they do need to get out and get socialization. They really do. I know they do. And my dad was a Boy Scout, so I know that, he can give me some information, I guess, as far as what they used to do. And hopefully he'll want to help. Dad, if you're watching. Not to say that Donnie won't. It's just that he's kind of been stressed out lately, and we both have with money and everything else, but he's not so much enjoying his job, and after 18 years, that's another big big step. Like, not to be, I don't know if this will sound sexist or not, but when you've done a hands-on labor job for so many years, and then to try to move to somewhere else, I mean, after you become in management, and you're not doing that labor work every day, all day, where do you go for a job that's going to pay you what you're making now? So that's kind of the struggle. You know, I think he'd like a new job, but how do you do that and then still make what you made, you know, without being a labor job? So without being in construction, or, you know, I don't know what the answer is for that. But so I'm trying to relieve some of the stress that he has from work by relieving some of that stress by doing more at home. I guess the main thing is I'm trying to cook more, which he almost did all the cooking because he was so picky. He doesn't like a lot of things. Tomatoes, he doesn't like tomatoes. And what else? Well, tomatoes is a big one, especially when you grew up in a tomato family like I did, where every recipe had tomatoes in it. Oh, and mushrooms. He doesn't like mushrooms either. So, yeah, it's challenging, but so I did cook, and I'll insert a couple pictures here. I made chili today, and I made tater tot casserole a couple nights ago. I put a pork loin or pork shoulder in a crock pot and let it cook all day. So I'm trying to do bigger meals like that so he can take them with to work, so we're not spending money on going out to eat. And he has that stuff that he can just put or take with to work and heat up at work. So anyway, I'm trying to relieve that stress on him, and then having all the kids' clothes ready for the next day. He does wake up with the kids, so that's helpful for me, so I don't have to wake up every morning, especially if I'm up all night with the kids. And I know that, you know, Randy and Kim know that there's a lot of times where I'm up in the middle of the night with one kid or another. And I have a tendency to stay up because I breastfed for 5 years. So my body is still like, aren't you supposed to be up? Aren't you supposed to be feeding somebody? It's kind of the way I feel right now, but anyway. Yeah, there's just not enough 5s in these bags. So the only bag, well, I got them right now, but I got the bag of numbers from Hobby Lobby. And so anything I get from Hobby Lobby will always be at a discount. I'm not going to pay full price for anything. I will go a couple days in a row or use coupons or whatever. Everything I buy has a coupon with it. So anyway. So there's that. But the bag of numbers, there's 200 numbers in there, and there's just not that many 5s. So I'm sure my teachers won't mind if I give them. Oops, I'm missing a hat. I'm sure they won't mind if I give them a bunch of 1s and 0s. They'll probably like that. But anyway, I am really appreciative to everybody that's bought stitch markers. It really does help me. That was the first time I've had money in my account for a very long time. Like, we have money in Donnie's account, and for reasons we leave it in Donnie's account, but for me to have money in mine on my PayPal account or on my Etsy account, it's been really nice just so I can go out and grab the stuff I need to buy, and I don't have to worry about asking him all the time, which is another thing that stresses him out. You know, you budget for what you're going to spend, but then if you keep asking for money, just like any other child, I suppose that gets stressful too. So, but, and then, you know, if I have to have money for booths, or when I do these fairs, you got to have money to make change, and you have to have money to pay for the booth if there's booth fees. So that's been kind of a struggle too. And I'm trying to, you know, making enough from what I'm doing to pay for a booth fee if I really want to do a booth. And then to juggle, okay, well, is it worth doing that booth if I don't have the money to do the fee? So, but, and that's the other thing, is making sure the kids are all taken care of, I guess, food-wise and everything else, so I can leave the house and not put extra pressure on him. Not to say that he's not an adult and he's not their parent. He's just for those of you that have seen some previous videos, or those of you that haven't seen some previous videos, will know that Don took a huge step February of last year and decided that it was time to change some things in his life, and I've been trying to support him on that. It was pretty scary there for a while, but got him back, and he's been doing really good, but he expressed that he needed some help, or more help from me than I realized that he needed, and so I'm trying to do that. So, and communication is, it's a tricky thing. Even when you've been with somebody for a long time, sometimes you just kind of hold things in and you don't tell each other everything, even though you think you have, or you did, or you think they should know. You're still going to miss things, and so I'm working on being more attentive, I guess. So, alright, so I've got 3.5, 4, 4.55, 6, 5.5, 6, 6.5, and 7. And that would make 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So anyway, if I do, so I don't know if I should do sets like 3.5 to 7, or 3.5 to 8, or 3.5 to 9. Like, what are you guys wanting? Do you want just certain numbers? So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can answer that down below in the comments section. What are you wanting? Do you want stitch markers with numbers, or do you want them with letters? I just bought some letters from Hobby Lobby. I was getting the colored letters, but to show you a size difference, there we go. You see the size difference? So now I found some really, I just thought they were all the same size when they were squares, but there's quite a bit of size difference there. So, with the smaller ones I can get more, I guess, a bead and a charm and a whatever, a letter on there. Do you like letters, or do you like numbers? So, you can put that in the comments down below, and I've got all kinds of charms and stuff. I just need to get ready. It's just getting this stuff together. So right now I'm working on Snowman. Hi, Randy. I said snowman. It can snow. It can be a snowman without being the C word. So there's that. But yeah. So there. So I have snowman, and then I'll be working on. Okay. So there's the snowman, and that's a 5, not a 2. Should show up the right way. I don't know. And there's a little angel. It's a pink. It's I guess a rose pink. Crystallized rose pink. So that would be the kids. So anyway, I will call that good for this clip, and I might talk to you again in a few seconds for another day. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.